Good morning, esteemed guests, colleagues, and friends. Today we gather to discuss an idea that has the power to transform our world and elevate humanity. The power of diversity and inclusion. It is a topic that is not only timely, but essential in our interconnected, fast-paced, and ever-changing society. As we look around this room, we see people from different walks of life, representing a myriad of cultures, backgrounds, and experiences. Each of you brings something invaluable to the table, your own unique perspective, shaped by your journey. And that, my friends, is the beauty and power of diversity. It is not just a demographic reality, it is our greatest strength and an infinite source of creativity, growth, and resilience. Let me ask you this. When you think about the greatest innovations, the boldest ideas, and the most transformative movements in history, do you think they came from echo chambers? No. They came from the merging of ideas, the intersection of perspectives, and the collaboration of minds that dared to think differently. Diversity fuels innovation. When people from diverse backgrounds come together, they challenge conventional thinking. They bring new ideas, unique insights, and alternative approaches to the table. Research has consistently shown that diverse teams are more creative and more effective problem solvers. Why? Because diversity disrupts the status quo, and disruption is the birthplace of innovation. But let's be clear, diversity alone is not enough. Without inclusion, diversity is just a statistic. Inclusion is what transforms diversity into action. It's the practice of creating environments where everyone, regardless of their gender, race, age, ability, or background, feels respected, valued, and empowered. Inclusion is the key that unlocks the potential of diversity. Think of a garden. A garden thrives not simply because it has many kinds of plants, but because the gardener ensures that each plant gets the water, sunlight, and care it needs to grow. Similarly, our communities, workplaces, and institutions thrive when we cultivate inclusion, when we ensure that every individual has the opportunity to contribute, succeed, and thrive. Inclusion requires intention. It's not about tolerating differences, it's about celebrating them. It's about recognizing that each person's unique perspective adds value and that together, we are stronger than we could ever be alone. Now let's take a moment to reflect on the challenges. Embracing diversity and inclusion is not without its obstacles. It requires us to confront uncomfortable truths, our biases, assumptions, and blind spots. It demands courage to have difficult conversations and humility to acknowledge where we can do better. But remember, growth often comes from discomfort, and progress is born from perseverance. We must also recognize that diversity and inclusion are not just ethical imperatives, they are strategic advantages. In the workplace, inclusive cultures attract and retain top talent, boost employee engagement, and drive better decision-making. In society, they foster social cohesion, reduce inequality, and build stronger, more resilient communities. But perhaps the greatest impact of diversity and inclusion lies in their ability to deepen our humanity. When we embrace diversity, we learn to see the world through others' eyes. We develop empathy, understanding, and compassion. We begin to recognize that our differences are not divisions, they are the threads that weave us together into the fabric of humanity. So what can each of us do to champion diversity and inclusion? Start by listening. Listen to the stories of those who are different from you. Learn about their struggles, their dreams, and their perspectives. Speak up against injustice and inequality when you see it. Create spaces where every voice is heard and valued. Let us imagine a world where every individual is not just included, but celebrated. A world where our diversity is our strength and our inclusion is our commitment. This is not just an ideal, it is a necessity for the future we wish to build. Together, we have the power to make this vision a reality. We have the power to break barriers, build bridges, and create a society that truly reflects the richness and diversity of humanity. The work begins here, it begins now, and it begins with each of us. Let us rise to the challenge and embrace the power of diversity and inclusion as the driving force of progress and unity in our modern world. Thank you.